This is the continuation of problem number 2, method number 2, for non-homogeneous linear equation. Okay? So, after getting the first and second derivative of yp, we are to substitute this in the original equation. But what is the original equation? The original equation is d squared plus 2d plus 5y is equal to 3 e to the negative x sine x minus 10. Okay? Substituting y inside the parentheses, we have d squared y plus 2dy plus 5y is equal to 3 e to the negative x sine x minus 10. So d squared y here doesn't mean that d raised to the second power. This means the second derivative of y. In this case, your y here is yp. Okay? So, what is the second derivative of yp? Based on our previous solution, your y double prime, or the second derivative of yp is negative 2b e to the negative x cosine x plus 2 ae to the negative x sine x. This is the second derivative of yp. Plus 2, the first derivative of yp, that is dy, is negative a plus b e to the negative x sine x minus a minus b e to the negative x cosine x. Okay? Plus 5 times y, or yp. But what is yp? ae to the negative x cosine x plus be to the negative x sine x plus c is equal to this 3e to the negative x sine x minus 10. Okay? Simplifying this, we have negative 2be to the negative x cosine x plus 2ae to the negative x sine x minus 2ae to the negative x sine x minus 2b e to the negative x sine x. Okay? Minus 2ae to the negative x cosine x plus 2b e to the negative x cosine x plus 5 ae to the negative x cosine x plus 5b e to the negative x sine x plus 5c is equal to 3e to the negative x sine x minus 10. Okay? So combining terms, we have negative 2b e to the negative x cosine x. Hanapin natin yung kaparehas niyan. 2b. Ito. So, cancel siya. Positive, negative. 2AE, positive. To the negative x sine x. 2AE to the negative x sine x. Itong dalawa magkasunod. Cancel din to. So, we have negative 2BE to the negative x sine x. BE sine x. And this one. This gives us 3. B e to the negative x sine x. Okay? Then this 2 here and here. So we have plus 3 AE to the negative x cosine x plus 5C is equal to 3E to the negative x sine x minus 10. By comparison, 3AE to the negative x sine x okay, 3BE to the negative x sine x. So we have 3BE to the negative x sine x is equal to 3E to the negative x sine x. So B is equal to 1. Okay? 5C constant to the negative 10. So we have 5C is equal to negative 10. C therefore is equal to negative 2. 3AE to the negative x cosine x is equal to 0. A therefore is equal to what? 0. Okay? Having found the values of A, B, and C, we have your YP. Here na lang ha. YP is equal to, the given YP is A e to the negative x cosine x plus BE to the negative x sine x plus C, or YP is equal to, your A is 0, so this whole thing becomes 0. Your B is 1, so we have E to the negative x sine x plus C, or that is minus 2. So that will be the value of YP. So what is now our final solution? The final solution, Y is equal to YP plus YC. In this case, your YP is E to the negative x sine x minus 2, and your YC is E to the negative x C sub 1 cosine 2x plus C sub 2 sine 2x. And that is our solution for problem number 2. Okay? Method number 2. So problem number 2, method number 2, let's see kung tama. Check lang natin. Application ng 1. I'll just check problem number 2. So the solution for problem number 2, y is equal to e to the negative x sine x minus 2 plus e to the negative x c1 cosine 2x plus c2 sine 2x. So that is the solution. So we have e to the negative x sine x minus 2 plus e to the negative x c sub 1 cosine 2x plus c sub 2 sine 2x. Okay? So that answers problem number 2 of method number 2. Now let's have problem number 3 of method number 2. So we still have problem number 3. Okay. So we have problem number 3. Find the general solution of this number 3. D cube minus d y is equal to 4e to the negative x plus 3e raised to 2x. Okay? So for YC first, we have to find the auxiliary equation. We have a auxiliary equation is m cubed minus m is equal to 0. Or we could have this as m times m squared minus 1 is equal to 0. Or we have m times m plus 1 times m minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, the roots should be r sub 1 is equal to 0. R sub 2 is equal to 1. R sub 3 is equal to negative 1. Okay? So we have 3 distinct roots. Therefore, the solution for YC, based on case number 1 of module number 2, we have C sub 1 e to the r sub 1 x plus C sub 2 e to the r sub 2 x plus C sub 3 e to the r sub 3 x. But r sub 1 is 0, therefore we have in here C sub 1 e raised to 0 plus C sub 2 e to the x plus C sub 3 e to the negative x. So this will be RYC. Okay? Keeping the solution for YC for a while, and we'll have to go to the determination of the particular integral YP. So letter B for YP. Now we have to consider the right side of the equation for 4e to the negative x. Okay? We have to use rule number 1. So rule number 1, we have your q is what? E to the qx. So we have q is equal to negative 1. Okay? Your p, we don't have any p, that is 0. And we have r is equal to 1. Bakit 1? Because q is one of the root of the auxiliary equation. So meron tayong r sub 3 is equal to negative 1, which is actually equal to q negative 1. Therefore, the root is 1. May isa tayong root, okay? So what is yp sub 1 therefore? So yp sub 1 is equal to e to the qx times a x raised to p up to m okay, x raised to r. So we have e to the negative x times a x raised to 0 x raised to 1 or x lang. Okay? Therefore, the solution ex to 0 is 1. Tama? So we have a x e to the negative x. Now, this is y p1. Now for y p1, hindi na wala kita sa camera. Now for 3e to the 2x. Okay, so we have to use, again, rule number 1. What is our q? This time, our q is 2. Your p is still 0. And your r is 0 this time since 2 is not a root of the auxiliary equation. So yun to natin dito, hindi siya root ng auxiliary equation, therefore your r is 0. So what is y p2? yp2 is again e to the qx ax raised to p plus up to m x raised to r. Or this is e to the 2x, okay, times x raised to 0 is 1, a na lang, x raised to 0 is 1. So therefore, your yp2 is equal to a e to the 2x. Okay? But we have used a in yp1, therefore we have to replace a with b here. So we have b e to the 2x. So what is the total value of yp? That is y1, yp1 plus yp2. And this is ax e to the negative x plus b e to the 2x. That is yp. Okay? We have third derivative here, d3. So we have to differentiate this 3 times. So we have yp prime is equal to, so what is yp prime? Okay? So dito, partial integration by parts ulit. So we have, dito lang to ha. Yan, dito natin ligay. Let u be equal to x, db be equal to e to the negative x, dx, du is equal to dx. Your v is negative e to the negative x. So the solution is uv x e to the negative x minus the integral of b du. That is negative e to the negative x dx. So the derivative of ax e to the negative x, therefore, is negative x e to the negative x. Okay? Negative is positive times negative is negative e to the negative x. That is just for a x e. Multiply this by a. Plus b. The differential. The differential. Ba't ako nag-integrate? The differentiation nga pala. Pasensya na. So, ba't ako nag-i-integrate? Ba't partial integration ang ginagamit ko? Differentiation by product. Okay, product differentiation to. So, the derivative of uv is equal to udv plus v du. Okay? Your u is x. Okay? And v is e to the negative x. Du, dx, dv is, okay, dv is e to the u du. Negative e to the negative x dx. Okay? So by product, we have y p prime is equal to u dv, or negative x e to the negative x plus v du plus e to the negative x, or this is simply e to the negative x times 1 minus x. Okay, that is for the first plus, times a pa pala ito. Ayan. Plus the derivative of b e to the 2x. That is 2 be to the 2x. So yp prime therefore is equal to a e to the negative x minus ax plus 2b e to the 2x. Okay? E to the negative x to. Okay. That is y p prime. Y p double prime is negative a e to the negative x minus, ano ba yan? Minus a minus 2 ae minus ae to the negative x plus ax e to the negative x plus 4be to the 2x. Or simplifying this, y double prime, p double prime is negative 2ae to the negative x plus ax e to the negative x plus 4b e to the 2x. That is y double prime. Y triple prime is equal to two ae to the negative x plus a times xe to the negative. So we have u v negative x e to the negative x plus e to the negative x plus 8b e to the 2x. Or we have 2 a e to the negative x minus ax e to the negative x plus a e to the negative x plus 8b e to the 2x. Okay? Or y double prime or y triple prime p is equal to this and this. So we have 3ae to the negative x minus ax e to the negative x plus 8be to the 2x. So this, the value of y prime, y double prime, y triple prime. I-summarize lang natin ha. So what is y prime? Yp prime is equal to a e to the negative x minus ax e to the negative x plus 2b e to the 2x. Yp double prime is equal to negative 2ae to the negative x plus ax e to the negative x plus 4b e to the 2x. Tama. Y triple prime p is equal to 3a e to the negative x minus ax e to the negative x plus 8b e to the 2x. Okay? Substituting this value in the original equation here, so we have the original equation d cubed minus d y is equal to 4e to the negative x plus 3e to the 2x. So we have d cubed y minus dy is equal to 4e to the negative x, 3e to the 2x. Triple derivative of yp. So we have 3a e to the negative x minus ax e to the negative x plus 8b e to the 2x minus the first derivative of yp, ae to the negative x, ae x e to the negative x, okay, plus 2b e to the 2x, and that is equal to 4e to the negative x plus 3e to the 2x. Simplifying this further, okay, simplifying this further, we have 3ae to the negative x minus ax e to the negative x plus 8b e to the 2x minus a e to the negative x plus ax e to the negative x minus 2b e to the 2x is equal to 4e to the negative x plus 3e to the 2x. Combining terms, we have 2ae to the negative x, this and this, this and this cancels out, plus this and this, 6be to the 2x is equal to 4e to the negative x plus 3e to the 2x. By comparison, we have 2ae to the negative x equal to 4e to the negative x. Your a therefore is equal to 2. And for 6be to the 2x is equal to 3e to the 2x. Your b is equal to 1/2. Okay? So your b therefore is equal to 1/2. Your yp, therefore, yp is equal to a x e to the negative x plus b e to the 2x, or yp is equal to a 2x e to the negative x plus 1/2 e to the 2x. That is yp. Your final solution, therefore, y is equal to yp plus yc. And this is, yp is 2x e to the negative x plus 1/2 e to the 2x plus yc. yc is c sub 1 plus c sub 2 e to the x plus c sub 3 e to the negative x. That should be the solution for problem number 3 of method number 2, I mean. Thank you.